and welcome to SGN for Women Entrepreneurs. I'm Penelope Jane Smith, and I want to give a huge shout out to one of my favorite actors, John Krasinski, for creating SGN and for making it open source. When he saw that other people around the world were starting to make their own SGN videos, he responded with this.
That kind of behavior is not only SGN approved, it's encouraged.
And now I love him even more. Not in a creepy stalker sort of way. I'm just saying that I really appreciate the prosperity consciousness and the giving spirit that he is demonstrating here. As much as I genuinely love seeing the kittens get to enjoy the aquarium while it's closed to humans, that's not exactly the sort of thing that's going to support women entrepreneurs with their businesses right now. In my extensive research, which consisted of scrolling around on my iPhone for an hour while I was trapped underneath my sleeping toddler, I could only find one story in the news about a woman entrepreneur. So I feel that this targeted message really needed to be added to the SGN movement. There are so many heartwarming stories right now of restaurants offering meals to kids that no longer have access to their free lunch programs, to people shopping for groceries for their elderly or immune-compromised neighbors. It's totally awesome. And women entrepreneurs are stepping up big time. Patty Laird, founder of the International Quilters Guild, has rallied other quilters to make masks for healthcare workers.
There's been a run on elastic, so I'm using hair bands. Ta-da!
Some experts and practitioners, like Aaron Birch, founder of the Birch Method, have been offering pro bono sessions to people who've lost their incomes. And fitness expert Dot Spate from getoutofbackpain.com has been offering free online fitness classes, including yoga and Pilates. Claire Zammit, CEO of Feminine Power, has impacted tens of thousands of women from all over the world with her generosity. Claire, can you share a little bit about what you are doing?
Well, Penelope, I had planned to be launching a membership program in April and charge money for it. But then the news last month of COVID-19 hitting hard, I thought, I can't charge money right now. I want to give my best tools and resources for free to every woman that I know. And so I got together with my team and we launched it as a free month in the membership where we're sharing our best tools, resources, community. Women can come together. And the response was absolutely phenomenal. Women shared it with their friends. Over 15,000 women signed up, and it's beyond anything I imagined could happen around the launch of this new program. So I think it shows us it's really a time to be giving big and leading with generosity and service.
Thank you, Claire. Susan Peirce Thompson, founder of the Bright Line Eating Movement, is also stepping up in a really big way. Susan, would you be willing to share what you're doing? I just so love your big heart and awesome, generous spirit.
My mission in life is to help people with their eating and their food. I was obese by my mid-20s and did drugs all through my teenage years to try to control my eating and my weight. And I'm in a right-sized body and I'm free from food addiction. And that's what I help people with is weight loss and food addiction. And, I just was hearing from people, I just know people's eating was going off the rails, still is, right? I mean, it's just people's eating is off the hook. And so what I just started doing is I started hopping on Facebook Live every day for an hour and just answering questions and helping people, just coaching people every day, okay, let's be together again. And then, I decided to put together a course and actually, we're just launching the course right now. Registration was over the past week. It's called Bright Line Grit, Calm and Bright Through Crisis. And, we've got, by the time registration is done, there'll probably be 3,000 people in this course, and really deciding to love on each other and learn how to navigate a time of crisis with your food straight, as opposed to dipping into the food addictively. First of all, I took half off for everybody. So it would have been a $497 course. Normally it was $247 across the board for everybody, half off for everybody. And then I also created a way more radical sliding scale than usual on our scholarship site where at the extreme end, someone could take an additional 93% off that, like just two monthly payments of $9. Like just, they'll save more than that not eating, the 5 bags of chips they would have eaten, over the 2 months, right? So, so we just got radically generous, and, people responded beautifully, and they pay what they can. And we just want to serve people. We just want to help people. And just, I think, showing up consistently with an attitude, a servant leader mindset, like just serving people. What we provide is valuable. It's helpful. People need it. And just being there for people was really the linchpin. So that's my story of generosity.
Thank you so much, Susan, for everything that you're doing. Good luck with your launch. I know everybody that participates is going to love it. Some good news for women entrepreneurs who have experienced a drop in income. You've probably heard about the SBA loans and the payroll protection program. Independent contractors and sole proprietors are also eligible for support, not just corporations. If you have a retirement account, you might be able to take out up to $100,000 before the age of 59 and a half without the regular penalty. Kiva.org has increased their loan limit to $15,000 and is offering 0% interest loans to business owners in the US. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, has donated $5 million to create the Red Backpack Fund to support women entrepreneurs who have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Keep is giving out $500 Keep Going grants along with business and marketing support. And it's worth checking with your bank or credit union to see if they can help. For example, Patelco Credit Union is offering loans of up to $5,000 at 0% interest for up to 4 years. Whoop, whoop. Some good news if you're looking to grow your business is that a lot of companies are generously offering free and low-cost support. The Shift Network is providing free community support calls, and Shannon Law Granger and her husband, Mark Granger, are offering free weekly fireside chats where they bring in a variety of panelists and guest experts to share their experience and insights. Some more good news for women entrepreneurs is that right now you have a huge opportunity to get more visibility and exposure for your business. For example, award-winning $1 Million mentor Charla Jacobs and her husband Jesse Corin of Thrive Academy regularly have 150 to 250 holistic practitioners and coaches attend their live events. Well, they just hosted their first virtual one-day retreat and had over 500 people attend. Joining us now is Shanda Sumpter, founder and queen visionary of Heartcore Business. Hey, Shanda, welcome to SGN. So, Shanda, what good news can you share with us right now?
Good news is if you are a brand new entrepreneur, right now it's easier to market online than you ever have. I have roots right now. I asked my hairstylist, I said, what do I do about my roots? And she laughed at me and said, oh, I'm getting asked that all the time. And I'm like, you should be doing a tutorial. How do you do your roots at home? Like, how do you do your nails? How do you do your hair? I hired the makeup artist that does my makeup for our content shoots online. I hired her for $100 and grabbed a couple friends, and we all paid her $100. And she grabbed Zoom, and she taught us how to do like daytime smoky eyes and nighttime smoky eyes. And it's like, and I got that now. And, I've been wanting to do that for 2 years and I haven't had the time, but we all have the time now. Right. And so we're all glued to the TV to see what our life is going to look like next. We might as well be filling it with positive news versus negative news, which is why I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much for being part of our positive news. And what other opportunities do you see for people who had businesses in person to now go online?
Well, so we were a high event company. We did 65 events last year, and we were slated for 87. So we lost about $2 million of gross revenue every single month in about 45 days. So that obviously changed the entire landscape of our company like that. But anything you can do live, you can do virtual. So I like our event team has shifted everything to doing virtual events, and believe it or not, people are selling more through virtual events than they did live events. We have a restaurant client, And I said, send an email out to your list of people who attend your restaurant. He's got a good list of them, and ask them what they're struggling with. And, this is where real business gets done again. My restaurant guy sent an email, and 85% of his customer base said they wanted fresh fruits and vegetables at their house. So he started a membership site for $40 a week, and you get fresh produce sent to your house. And he just went to the same farmers he was buying from already, who are in trouble because a bunch of the produce is going to fertilizer, and because the restaurants aren't buying. So he's taking that food so it doesn't go to waste now, and it's being delivered at $40 a day. We just created yesterday a bump to that, which is like, do you want wine with your veggies, right? And he's a huge wine drinker anyway, and his restaurants are very much about the nightlife and wine. So we've created this additional VIP bump to it. Now, what's crazy is we think he's probably in the next, 6 months to 6 to 7 months. We think that membership will be doing about $400,000 a month. And so he's never going to get rid of that.
Thank you so much for inspiring us and sharing your enthusiasm and your awesome creative ideas. It's been so great having you here, and just thank you so much for joining us for SGN. Some good news is that women entrepreneurs have tapped into their creativity to create miracles. For example, this tavern owner set up a virtual pub for people in her town, but the idea caught fire, and now she has over 14,000 customers from all over the world. Sage Lavine, founder and CEO of Women Rocking Business, had over 700 women entrepreneurs registered to attend her annual signature live event on the California coast. And only days before she was scheduled to step on stage, Sage and her team had to get really creative really fast. Sage, can you share what happened next?
So what happened next was that my team and I spent 2 days completely re-engineering our event, running ads to the new virtual event. We sprung into action. In that moment, I was super glad that I knew how to do virtual events. And we put together a fully gamified, fully experientified 3-day virtual event that was every bit as magical as the live event would have been. And we actually created about 85% of the revenue that we would have done at a live event, which is pretty darn good considering that live events are like the best way to welcome new clients into a practice.
Awesome. And did you find that with not having the cost of the live events, how did that end up being profit-wise?
Yeah, so we're about flush to what we would have been. And here's what I want to say to any one of you who's pivoting away from live events. Don't get too attached to the form that your work takes. We can create the magic. We can create the transformation over the internet. And the time is now. People need us now more than ever. Anything you do online right now, there's so many eyeballs on you right now that it's probably going to convert 10 times higher. It's definitely going to convert higher than it would have a month ago. So now's not the time to hold back. Now's the time to keep going forward.
Thank you, Sage, and congratulations. 22-year-old Zorea Rosewood lost her gig economy income jobs due to the coronavirus pandemic. And since she's immune compromised, she can't just go out and get another job. So she decided to start a service that will bring joy to people who are isolated by creating Singing Hellograms, a service where she'll call your loved one and sing them a song every weekday, and then text you and tell you whether or not they answered the phone. So it also doubles as a wellness check. Some good news is that there are many women entrepreneurs who are totally rocking it and thriving right now. Jeanna Gabellini, Chief Rabble Rouser at Masterpiece Coaching, is all about having fun and making money. Jeanna, what insights can you share about how to open ourselves up to even more prosperity right now as women entrepreneurs?
It's a decision. It all starts with a decision. I think that we have underrated the power of a decision. And a decision is, I will be more prosperous than ever. I create my own economy because I've decided. When you decide that you want something, you're automatically going to get these ideas downloaded to you, or resources get put right on your lap and things get served up. And these things that I put in place back last year, all of a sudden came together, and I started seeing all these sales coming through. I'm like, what is happening? Oh yeah, I decided. Nothing big. I hadn't done any, like, I hadn't launched anything to my email list. I hadn't done Facebook ads. It was like all these internal things. People were finding it. I'm like, this is crazy. Crazy good, but crazy nonetheless. More sales than ever happening. And I'm like, more please, bring it on. This is cool.
Thank you so much. Elizabeth Purvis of Feminine Magic is here with us. Elizabeth, what do you want to share with other women entrepreneurs right now?
I'm a metaphysical teacher and a master business coach. Like, I've got both those things running, as I know many people do. And so, you know, for many years, I was leading with a certain aspect of the business, and then I was leading with a certain aspect of the metaphysics. And now what we're doing is kind of bringing them together, showing transformational leaders, more experienced coaches, practitioners, and healers, how to really create a lot of money in their business with a really sustainable business model that allows them to scale to, you know, $500,000, $1 million without webinars, launches, funnels, or sales calls. And I'm loving it because it also is about the metaphysics comes in because you know, it's very much about leadership and about modeling your higher self basically in your business.
Sounds like you're actually seeing this as an opportunity for women to really step into their highest level.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being on SGN. Master hand analyst and human design expert, Beth Davis, aka Dr. Purpose, is rocking it with her business right now. Hey, Beth, what are you doing right now that other women entrepreneurs can model?
What we've been doing is free trainings in our Facebook group called Align to Your Design. And people can come in with their human design chart and look at their business model. And as a result of the momentum of this, we've had a very consistent flow of people signing up for our mentoring program. And in just the past week and a half, I've had 3 women join who reached out to me. They came to us. We didn't have to go to them. They came to us, and they enrolled in a $13,000 year-long mentoring program. So I'm thrilled with how this model is working, and I strongly urge all my clients and anyone listening to this to build your community within a Facebook group. It's very powerful, and there's a lot more people online now.
Thank you so much. And if they can do it, you can do it too. Now I'd like to welcome to the show, Zaria Rosewood. Hey, Zaria.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh, so happy to have you here. So, Zaria, what inspired you to do this?
So, given everything that's happened in the world, I lost both of my jobs due to the coronavirus and the pandemic, and have been really struggling emotionally, financially. I'm a woman in this world, woman of color. I'm immune compromised, so I can't just go out and get another job. And I wanted to combine 2 things that I love, which was singing and helping people. So I created Singing Hellograms.
Would you be willing to sing a song for us?
Yeah. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yes, Zaria, that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful voice. And that's our show. I'm Penelope Jane Smith. And remember that no matter how crazy things get, there is always good in the world. So let's focus on that, support each other, cheer each other on. Thank you so much for watching.
I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.